Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with What Are You Listening to Lately? I love doing these. They're always so much fun because I'm listening all the time to all kinds of things lately, but mostly for this channel. I'm listening for others, but I also listen for myself, for my own selfish pleasure. And sometimes it surprises me what I listen to for my own selfish pleasure. And I like to chat about it. And I like to hear what you're listening to as well for your own self. Well, everything you listen to is for your own selfish pleasure, hopefully. I mean, that's the idea, isn't it? But it's always interesting to hear what other people are cranking on when we're not talking about like specific things. And for me, most recently, I've been revisiting my youth. I guess that's what happens when we, approach senior citizenhood. I mean, I actually had an experience about that recently. I went to get my beard trimmed and my hair cut, and I was at the barbershop, and they had a sign that said senior citizen discount, 50% off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I thought, gee, that's awfully nice if you're a senior citizen. And I thought to myself, holy shit, I am a senior citizen. I'm a senior citizen, or at least in a couple of months, I'll be technically a senior citizen. Oh my goodness, I don't really know what that means. I really don't. I don't feel senior. I just feel like me. And I know that a lot of you who are at least my age or older probably can sympathize with that position, but it still startles me. Every time I see things for like senior citizens discount and I get my copy of ARP magazine and all that stuff, it's like, yeah, what's going on? Anyway, so I was revisiting my misspent youth, and I was listening to 5 albums by Glen Campbell. Yes, Glen Campbell. Glen Campbell was amazing. He really was. And I was a teenager in the 70s, which is right when he was at the height of his popularity, the late 60s and early 70s. He had his TV show on CBS. And, he became an actor and did all kinds of things. I didn't know anything about him personally. I just loved his songs. And I think that, revisiting them, he was stunningly talented. He really was. I didn't realize just how talented he was. I looked him up on Wikipedia before doing this video, just out of curiosity. And wow, he was the consummate studio musician for decades. I mean, and in great demand as a guitarist. He had a beautiful baritone voice, and he defined an era for me practically. And I was never like a country music fan or anything. I just liked his songs. And so here are the 5 albums. Let me just tell you though, I mean, this is amazing. The people he knew and the things he did in his career was like, he was married 4 times. He had 9 kids. He used drugs and alcohol. He had all kinds of issues. His religion was Messianic Judaism, which is a euphemism for Christian. But wow, okay, that's interesting. Didn't know that. But the people that he performed for, holy Moses, it was just astonishing, absolutely astonishing. Let me give you a list. I mean, you just have to just know who this guy was, because even when he wasn't performing, for his own, on his own ticket, he was behind everybody. He played on recordings, get this, by the Beach Boys, Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, Ricky Nelson, Dean Martin, Nat King Cole, The Monkees, Nancy Sinatra, Merle Haggard, Jan and Dean, Bing Crosby, Phil Spector, Sammy Davis Jr., Doris Day, Bobby V, the Everly Brothers, Shelley Fabares, I don't even know who that one was, sorry, the Cascades, Paul Revere and the Raiders, I remember them, Wayne Newton, the First Edition, the Kingston Trio, Roger Miller, Gene Clark, Lou Rawls, Claude King, Lauren Green, Ronnie Dove, and Elvis Presley. I mean, that's really incredible, isn't it? I mean, he was very friendly with Elvis Presley, actually, and I had no idea. Anyway, the albums in question are Galveston. Oh, all kinds of fabulous songs on this one, including Galveston and If This Is Love and Gotta Have Tenderness and oh, let me see, until it's time for you to go, and oh, what a woman. I remember that. Oh, wow, yeah. Every time I itch, I wind up scratching you. That's one wasn't one of his, most inspired, but there you go. Wichita Lineman. I adore this song. It gets stuck in my head, and I can't get it out. It's still there. It's there right now, and sitting on the back of the bay. I mean, he did that one. And let's see, Dreams of the Everyday Housewife and Reason to Believe, and You'd Better Sit Down, Kids. And no, that's that one. I just love Wichita Lineman is such a wonderful, haunting, poetic song. It's gorgeous. By the Time I Get to Phoenix, yes, remember By the Time I Get to Phoenix? I mean, that became kind of a almost a joke, when we were kids, because you just substitute, insert name of location. By the time I get to the bathroom, by the time I get to school, by the time I get to Bridgeport, if you're in Connecticut, it's endlessly versatile. It's a marvelous song. And then Gentle on My Mind, one of his great, great, great songs. Catch the Wind, that was a big deal. You're My World. Let's see. Love Me as though there were no tomorrow. That's it. And Crying. So that's that one. That's on, yes, Gentle on My Mind, the album title. And finally, Meet Glen Campbell. This is odd to be in this collection of 5 great albums. This is a bunch of covers he did and released in 2008. And they're by all kinds of, other people, since they're covers. But he sings beautifully. And he was eventually, around then, about 2011, I guess, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, which is how he finally passed away. But yeah, Glen Campbell. What a wonderful, wonderful singer, and just fun to go back and listen to all of these marvelous, marvelous songs. You may not know even that he was the singer, a lot of them, but he was a force. My goodness. I mean, well, he was a force. He had 9 kids. There was some force there. So, yeah, great. What are you listening to lately? And especially if it's something a little bit off the beaten track. It doesn't have to be classical. It just has to be good music. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me, and take care.